Look, I think that having this stage, training camp, it's been very positive. Preparing for the game against Al-Ahli, I think that's what we really needed. We're coming from being off-season, starting pre-season right now, not long ago. And as we always say, we needed a bit of 10 days and proper friendly games for a lot of players that haven't been at that level. We know we're going to be playing against a team that they've played, I think it's 15 games, I believe. And we all know that it's going to be very hard. But again, playing against Reals 24 hours after landing, Jeonbuk, Korean champions, and Barca B. It's been a fantastic test, and I think it's been very positive. That gave us chance to compete against Al-Ahli, and I think everyone understands that, and we all believe that we can do something very positive. Our objective is to go there and try to first be competitive. Second, to understand how we have to play that game, because we have to be very flexible, as we're going to be playing against a team that we're not used to do in New Zealand. And once we get that right, I strongly believe that we have a chance to win that game, knowing our limitations, our strengths, our weaknesses. But if we do what we have to do, I'm sure we can, get a good result. Yeah, I think with the way they play, obviously they have players with huge experience, nationally, internationally as well, we say. But the way they play, to me, Dieng, it's the holding midfield, someone, it keeps the whole team together. It brings that balance that they need. It kind of brings about that sort of balance. I think it's very important. And the fullbacks, Ali, Malul, and the right back, Mohamed, and then, Bruno Savio, is a very good player. Have different, quality players, especially up front. I think all of them overall, especially the fullbacks, the overlapping, and they're very fast, very energetic, proactive. We have to be very ready, for all those ones. Yeah, it always motivates to have a team like Real Madrid in the same competition that we're going to be part of. But the reality is that we can't look that far away. We got to focus on today, actually, having good recovery tomorrow, having good travels, good trainings, and thinking about Al-Ahli. That's what we have to do. Having Real Madrid in the tournament, just probably for UCV more than anything else. If we have the luck and the fortune, if we deserve to play against them, we're going to do it. But the reality that now we just deserve to play against Al-Ahli. That's our reward of what we've done in the past. If we, in the future, have the ability, we deserve to play against Real Madrid, that's going to be it. Because in football, there's never confidence. You have to earn the right to play against those teams. And now, our right is to play against Al-Ahli. To me, it's a good thing. Obviously, if you ask someone else, probably is going to say it differently. But to us and to me, that's a very positive thing. That means that hopefully we're going to have more of those games to always grow, develop the football in our nation is what we're all thriving for. And to have games of this level is always positive, and it's always what we have to do. Rather than playing teams that are not that good or without not that level, we're always aiming and thriving to have experience that we had yesterday or against Jeonbuk. I believe that's always positive. More competitive games, it's always good. Definitely, it's always better. I think that's a very attractive football, to be honest. I've been watching a lot of games, and the way they play is very attractive, especially from a supporter point of view. They create a lot of chances, completely different model of football. In Egypt, they want to attack, what they want to do. They're very aggressive. On the eye, it's very nice. Very exposed with a lot of spaces, and that's very hard to defend, when you're playing against teams like this. And Egyptian football, I think, is growing a lot. You can see Al-Ahli, it's a team that in Africa always do very well. So, I'm actually watching a lot of Egyptian games. Zamalek teams that they're very strong. Cairo Derby is always massive, and obviously Al-Ahli, they're doing very well. It's a league that is growing a lot with a lot of expectations, big crowds. So it's very, very attractive. I think they were very clinical. I think they always create a lot of chances, and not particularly being very clinical. To be honest, in some of the games they got a draw, or almost always they deserve to win. That's the reality. But sometimes they don't punish teams. On that particular day, I thought they were very clinical. I think if they improve on that, I think they're going to be a very hard team to stop from now until the end of their season. Even in the cups, they in the cup, in the Africa Champions League, I think it's one of those things that if they keep getting better at, they're going to be pretty much unstoppable. Yeah, look, the fact that last year they both played the final champions, African Champions League tells you what is. I watched that game. It was quite equal, very even. And I think they both, we've seen Morocco, competing in the World Cup. They're very competitive. I think they've gone a long way in the nations. Football in Morocco, it's growing a lot. They're very competitive. Whereas one-off game, as you know, anything is possible on the day. And I think they're going to be very competitive. They're going to try to upset big clubs, and they're training and working on that. And I think that's going to be very exciting to see how they perform.